Hey everyone, it's Heelish Shoes here with Charles Demon right here. Today we're doing the WrestleMania Night 1 predictions. I think you like that intro.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you here. It's the WrestleMania weekend. If I put mine like this,
I'm just
blocking.
not there anymore.
Back with Charles again. We saw you only one time on the channel,
Yeah,
but it was predictions for Clash at the Castle.
that was a long time ago, but it was
Yeah.
an amazing pay-per-view. Just gotta say that again.
YouTube, you can't cuss.
Oh, I can't cuss. It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
Said freaking Rollins.
Oof.
That works.
Okay. So my predictions, our predictions will be split into two parts. So the first part right here, and the next part for night 2 will be uploaded tomorrow morning. Before night 2. All right. Are we ready?
I think we are ready. My voice cracked.
That was
I don't
incredible.
think I'm ready because of that.
No, clearly not. So there are 7 matches announced for night 1. In theory, they should all be for night 1, but there could always be changes with WWE. We never know.
They may add a kickoff match.
Yeah,
Just thought
as well.
about this while I'm looking at the card right now. There's no match that would actually see in the kickoff.
And I think the kickoff is 2 hours. So
Yeah, and you need to put a kickoff for WrestleMania.
Well, last year they didn't even put one kickoff match or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they won't do it then.
Yeah, but it depends because it's Triple H. Yeah, first WrestleMania led by Triple H. The first WrestleMania in history that Vince McMahon is not controlling.
Which I love Vince, but very good thing.
It's great.
We needed someone new in the creative, and Triple H has been doing an amazing job. He just the story of Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, and just the entire Bloodline story.
It's a masterpiece.
It was probably the best story I've seen since I started watching wrestling.
Yeah.
It was just so well made. It was beautiful.
First match that we'll be talking about is the father versus son match. An incredible rivalry finally led to something. It's Rey Mysterio versus his son Dominic Mysterio. This whole thing, it's been in the talks for a while now, and people started talking about it ever since Dominic turned on Rey and Edge at Clash of the Castle. Actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're coming back.
So yeah, father versus son. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a good match. Obviously, Rey Mysterio's first match as a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Also gonna be Dominic's spotlight to show off his abilities.
It's his first singles match at WrestleMania.
That is true, and especially the thing is, he's going against a legendary superstar, obviously, which is his dad. So he obviously knows what his dad can do. And they probably trained a little together.
Yeah, they probably have great chemistry, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Because that's really the spotlight on Dominic. And Dominic is a future, he's going to be a future champion at some point. Maybe not a world champion, but he's going to be a future champion.
Just the work he's being put in on as a heel, you got to respect that.
He may not be the greatest wrestler, but oh my God. Being a heel, he's so great at it.
The ability of just making an entire crowd hate you and despise you, it shows that you're a great wrestler.
I was there at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And the amount...
Oh yeah, the boos.
The amount of boos. Not only that, but the amount of times that we chant F you, Dominic, when he wasn't even there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sometimes it was just a break, you know? There was just showing some stuff on the television, and they would just see a peak of Dominic Mysterio. The amount of boos that this guy would get, it was amazing.
You gotta respect that.
And that's just to prove that he is doing an amazing job at being a heel.
Yeah.
He's just putting in the work, and you gotta respect that because it's his second year, and already being very good at doing a storyline like this it's very good. Because obviously, it's easier to be a heel, but to be hated that much, it is amazing.
And also to get another example, I talk about it a lot, but Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
No, yes, he's probably not the greatest wrestler we have, but for the past 5-6 years, everybody's hated him. Every time he did a show, he was booed out of the building. So the consistency of always being able with new characters to get the crowd to boo you so much and actually hate you. I listened to an interview of Roman Reigns, and he said, ultimately, it doesn't matter if they cheer for you or if they boo you. As long as you get a response from the crowd, you
Exactly.
get something.
Because the second that you don't have anything,
Yeah.
like in a match, if you have a wrestler that people don't care about, obviously the match is not going to be as good as if they care a lot about it. Because if you just don't have any reactions in like towards a wrestler, like that doesn't work. You need to either boo or cheer him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You want some sort of reaction.
exactly. The second you don't get a reaction, you're not doing your job right.
Getting back to the match itself.
We're great at drifting out.
It's not Rey Mysterio's last match. He said it recently that he still has a couple of years left in him. He said that he was going like for 50, like 50 years old would be his max, and he is currently 48. So
Okay,
yeah,
so 2
couple of years.
Well, I do hope at least Mysterio gets at least one more world title shot.
Yeah.
Because
or at least like a reign with the IC title or the US,
Yeah.
which is something like to thank him.
Yeah, well, I want a world title match just because I remember back when, I think it was 2011 or 2012, when he won the WWE Championship, to lose it an hour later to John Cena. I love Cena, but God, I was so pissed because Ray
Yeah.
was my guy back then. Ray was my guy. Seeing him with the WWE Championship, let's go. He loses it on the same night.
Yeah.
I was very mad, so I do hope he gets another title shot. Although in this match, my prediction, going with Dominic Mysterio, as I personally think Ray will let Dominic get the upper hand so that Dominic has a boost.
There are also like two outside factors to consider in this match. First of all, Rey Mysterio, even though he hit his son, he's not like 100% ready to like beat him up and fight him in a complete match.
Yeah.
And also, Dom has Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Damon Priest doesn't have a match.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He comes out, just says hello, Ray, just to distract him, and Dom gets the advantage, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you look at both competitors, if Ray is retiring in 2 years and he's already got his Hall of Fame, Dominic Mysterio would benefit of this win like way more.
Yeah.
Because he's a future star. He's going to be the future of the WWE. Rey Mysterio is incredible, okay? One of the greatest wrestlers ever.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in his career, he doesn't need that win.
No, exactly. And especially right now, Ray, like, this rivalry is really Dominic doing everything.
Yeah.
Because Ray, I love him, but he wasn't doing much. But Dominic, every promos that he had, he was always dissing Ray. Always dissing Ray. And Ray, when he had his rivalry with Karen Cross, I think.
Yeah.
He was really against Karen Cross. And during that time, Dominic, what was he doing? Dissing Ray.
Yeah.
And it's really Dominic's like time as of right now, and he needs to win that one, and that way people actually take him seriously.
Yeah.
And if he beats a legendary superstar as of Rey Mysterio, that's gonna be like the big push that he needs, and it's also gonna help Judgment Day a lot, because they want to push Judgment Day and like push Finn Balor, and if they make Dominic lose, but everyone else wins.
Yeah.
It shows us Dominic is the weak link, which I don't think that's what they want to go with right now.
So final prediction is Dominic Mysterio beats Rey Mysterio?
Exactly.
Lock it in?
I'm not saying it's going to be a clean win, but it's going to be a win.
Yeah, he's going to have his end raised at the end of the match.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, next up, we're going to go a 6-women tag team match where Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch, who are the women's tag team champions, take on Damage Control, so Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. An interesting match, honestly, because it's really like you've got two established main eventers in Becky Lynch versus Bayley, and then you have a like veteran tag team in the form of Trish Stratus, and Lita, taking on like breakout stars, which are Dakota Kai and Io Sky. What are your like overall thoughts on this like clash?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I will be destroyed for that, but I actually think this match was unnecessary. I love Trish, I love Lita, but we all know that Damage Control is getting the lost here.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to separate after WrestleMania. They've been tensions in like these three women for a while now, and I just think that they actually needed the win way more. I'm saying that as if they already lost, but I just am almost certain that they're going to be losing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to be a great match. I already know it's going to be one. It's just, I personally think bringing back Lita and Trish was maybe not the right thing as of right now, especially making Dakota and Io Sky lose their tag team championships
Yeah.
against Lita and Becky. Like Lita and Becky didn't need a championship to be taken seriously.
Mhm.
Maybe for the rivalry it did help, but
Yeah.
to be taken seriously, I don't think they needed the the championships.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going with Trish, Lita, and Becky for the win. Uh, and right after, maybe not right after, but on the Raw after Mania, Damage Control will be exploding.
Yeah.
Which should be good because Dakota and Io Sky will have like some shot for themselves. But they've lost so many matches that I do not know if they will be like, if people will be taking them seriously as of right now.
Yeah.
But if they are able to get at least a little push,
Mm.
that should be good a little.
Mm.
So personally, going with Trish, Lita, and Becky.
All right. And also, on night 2, okay, we'll be talking about that in the next video. But there is a Fatal 4-Way tag team match between 4 female tag teams, and the winning tag team gets an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships, like, later on. And the team that is probably going to win that, and you'll have to check the video to see more of our predictions, but it will probably end up being Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So, like, Dakota Kai and Io Sky are into a point where they look like threats to like the MMA fighters that are like Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. As like Becky Lynch and Lita are more experienced, they've won world titles, blah blah blah. They're more established, so it looks more like a fair fight. So maybe that's also an idea, because the women's tag team division is messed up. It's been messed up for a while.
Yeah, right now, yeah. But the problem with that is just we know Lita isn't going to be staying for a year.
No.
So probably her next title defense, they're losing.
Yeah.
Which is sad to say, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to be going with, because I'm not convinced that Lita is going to be staying for a while.
No.
Even if she's been great right now, but she's probably not staying for a while. So most probably that her next title defense she's losing. So the match, the women's winning the 4-way match, is pretty much guaranteed to win the women's tag team champ.
And also I've seen a couple of rumors that they want to have a match at SummerSlam between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And that either of the two women would turn heel, maybe in that match or later on.
Okay.
So, of course, that would probably cause them the tag titles and you can move on, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you that, it's WrestleMania. You want that, like, feel-good moment. Mm-hmm. You give it to the good guys, especially in a match like this. And if they want to split Damage Control, there is absolutely no point in giving them a win.
Yeah.
So you want to bet on the good guys. Everybody will be happy. The kids will be happy. So yeah, I'm going with you as well. Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch defeat Damage Control. Next up, which one do we go? We go this?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay. Next up, a singles match for the United States Championship between Austin Theory, the champion, taking on none other than John Cena. That's a big one. I could talk about that match for like an hour or two.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah. You know what? You talk about John Cena and I talk about Austin Theory.
Down. I personally think this match is going... I was just about to say steal the show, but there's a lot of matches that could steal
it's going to be
show.
up there.
Exactly. So it's going to be in the greatest matches of the show. But then again, there's so many good matches.
Yeah.
But that one, either it's the main event or the opener.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's one of them.
Has to be.
And it's going to be absolutely a banger. Going to take your guy, but Austin Theory is going to be established as a great superstar in that match. I already know it. John Cena coming back, and obviously it's big match John. Like, he hasn't had a match technically since January.
Yeah.
But he was in a tag match. So his last singles match was at SummerSlam against Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's coming back. Obviously, John Cena never had a bad match in the last years. He's going to have an amazing match with Austin Theory. Although I don't think he's getting the win. I have to go with Austin Theory right here just because they're trying to establish Austin Theory as a real threat, as a real future world champion, which I'm very happy about. And John Cena, he's had his time. He's there to push younger talents. He needs to win the 17th world champion.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there. If anyone has to do it, it's either Cena or Randy.
Mm.
I said what I said, and I really think that John Cena is also going to show like why he is Big Match John in that match. And Austin Theory, obviously, a lot of people are not believing in him, but I personally think he's actually the future of WWE, and I really love how they're doing it. The only thing I would have added to this match is a better storyline, I guess, just because we've seen Cena once do one promo, amazing promo by the way, but then that was it. And Theory had to do everything by himself.
Almost, yeah.
Exactly, which was great. But I would have loved to see Cena come out and just talk or either literally just go and fight with them,
Yeah.
But I still think it's going to be an amazing match, and Theory's going out with the win.
Yeah. Talking about Theory, and you said it yourself, a lot of people were doubting him and not believing in him. But just look at the work he's been putting in just for the past year. Yes, he was chosen by Vince McMahon as the protege, blah blah blah. But he's been doing it. For the past year, he's been on every episode of Raw. He's done the matches, he's done the promos, blah blah blah. He's delivered great matches with likes of Seth Rollins, of Bobby Lashley, of other competitors. And even recently, just the improvement he's done. It's the same for Dominic Mysterio. The work he's putting in as a heel, getting people to hate him. And when people say he's the next John Cena, it's because he's actually the next John Cena. His in-ring skills and just his promo, his ability to just be in front of a crowd, talk to them, and get them to believe whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
If you want an example, go check, was this week on Raw. His promo, you've probably seen it. It was in front.
With, no crowd. Yeah.
He did a promo in the arena earlier before the show, so there was no crowd. It's one of the greatest promos I've seen in a while. Okay?
It was great.
It's 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But you believe in him, you're okay, he's beating John Cena, he is the future of WWE.
Yeah.
He's taking over everything. He's gonna be in my top 3, if he's not already, in my top 3 favorite superstars.
Yeah. I just see him actually becoming a real threat in the future. Just look at him. He's jacked. He's literally almost as John Cena was when he debuted.
He has the looks of a wrestler.
Exactly, and he actually loves Cena, but I feel Theory is actually better than Cena was back in the beginning.
Yeah.
And Theory has had NXT. He had Johnny Gargano by his side. He had everything to succeed, and I feel that's going to make him an actual success.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's doing a great job with the United States Championship right now, that helps a lot too.
Making it relevant because this title recently wasn't at its best.
Yeah.
And Rollins did a great job, talking a bit before.
Yeah.
As soon as they changed the design, it was weird. They did some bad stuff. Of course, the pandemic wasn't a great thing overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we both agree Austin Theory defeats John Cena to retain the US title.
Austin Theory does defeat John Cena.
Perfect. Next up, okay. We're gonna go quicker on that one.
Yeah.
It's the men's WrestleMania Showcase, a fatal 4-way tag team match. So Braun Strowman and Ricochet taking on the Street Profits, taking on Alpha Academy, taking on the Viking Raiders, and the winning tag team gets a future opportunity at tag team championships, whatever, if they're going to be unified or not. That's a story for another day. I'm gonna start talking about that one.
Yeah.
Of course, the other fatal 4-way match that is for the women's, it feels a bit thrown in at the last second.
Yeah, it does.
We need to fill up the card. Let's just put in some of our greatest tag teams. Okay, don't get me wrong; those are some of the greatest tag teams they have. They're all incredible competitors. Yeah. But there's just no story to it.
There wasn't really a reason why it's there.
It's not like they announce it. It's just, guys, let's have something.
Yeah.
And you look at the tag teams quickly individually. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, honestly, I've been surprised.
Yeah.
I surprised myself how much I fell in love with the tag team.
They're doing a great job right now, and I was surprised because I just feel they don't really work together.
It's a perfect small guy, big guy thing.
Exactly, and then the second I saw matches with them, I was okay, I wasn't right. I was wrong because they're surprising a lot of people right now.
So yeah, of course they're fan favorites, and they certainly you could put titles on them and they'd be entertaining. Blah blah blah. The Street Profits always a great option, but they've been trying to push Montez as a solo star, and also with like both King of the Ring and Money in the Bank coming up, pushing Montez forward in one of those things would be a better option. Alpha Academy, I don't consider them winning because Otis is the whole thing like Maximum Male Models.
Yeah, I think they're actually gonna be splitting soon.
Yeah. They were working well together. Personally, I like them together.
I did, but
they were elevating one another,
Yeah, I did, and I still do think that they're a great tag team. The thing is, Chad Gable needs to go back to his own, and just he's an amazing wrestler.
Yeah, incredible.
But he's been stuck in the tag team division since he's arrived. First with Jason Jordan, then I think he had another partner at some point.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin, then Otis. Like, he's been stuck in the tag team division. So, right there, in all the people that I'm seeing, Ricochet, Braun Strowman, Montez Ford, and Chad Gable are all guys that works either well in a tag team division or alone.
Yeah.
And Chad and Montez needs to go into that singles competition just to show off their abilities more.
Like, I see both of them being, like, United States champion or Intercontinental champion by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Or, like, Mr. Money in the Bank or King of the Ring, whatever.
Yeah. Well, especially Montez. Like, he's been so surprising. No one was expecting
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
You saw him live.
I saw him live, and holy. Like, this match, I don't know if it's because I was there or not, but has to be my favorite Elimination Chamber match I've saw. Just because, first of all, the story was amazing. Then the match itself, the spots, it didn't feel rushed. They had the right amount of time.
It's just like well constructed.
Exactly. The only thing I didn't like, Logan Paul. We're going back to that later on, but the match was just so great. Montez Ford surprised everyone once again. He's been surprising everyone since he started having singles match, and like, right, and like I don't know. I just felt like Montez was just going to win at some point, and then obviously Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins too, and Austin Theory, but still, like, it was just so great. And Montez Ford is showing why he should be in an actual threat to people. And I think that's what they're going with. The Street Profits will not win, but
they're going to put on a show.
Yeah, but it's not going to be because of Montez Ford. Like, he's not the one taking the pin.
It's just because they don't want to bet on a tag team that they want to split soon. It's chances are it's going to be Chad Gable or Otis or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The final tag team, it's the Viking Raiders. Like, they've been dominating with Valhalla, known as Sarah Logan in the past, who is Eric's wife in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I've personally never been a fan of them. I don't hate them, but I'm not a fan in general. They're incredible. They especially recently, they do great work. They look dominant. You're like, damn, I'm gonna die. If they attack me. So it has to be between Strowman, Ricochet, and the Viking Raiders. But to be honest with you, I have no clue between the two teams who's gonna win.
Well, to be honest, I am with you on that one of saying the Viking Raiders. I'm not a huge fan of them either. Like, they're good, but like I don't see them like as the best tag team ever. But they are pretty good. But I actually think they are the ones that are going to win because they're pushing them as a real threat.
Yeah.
And like the Viking Raiders had their huge rivalry back. I think it was with New Day.
With Street Profits.
Drew McIntyre and
no. Recently.
Very recently was
McIntyre and Sheamus.
Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, and the Viking Raiders looked dominant as hell doing that, and I do think they're going to go with the Viking Raiders just because if you look at all the tag teams, Braun and Ricochet are not gonna be like a tag team until the end of time. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Street Profits probably going to split soon. Alpha Academy same. So I'm gonna go with the Viking Raiders just because they're probably the only ones that are actually going to stay a tag team until like before the end of the year.
Yeah. I'm gonna go opposite of you. I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman and Ricochet. I don't know why, but like first of all, WrestleMania. Like I associate WrestleMania with like giving certain wins to faces for no reason because the crowd likes it. And I feel like the crowd in general is more behind. Like, it doesn't matter face or heel. The crowd is more supportive of Braun Strowman and Ricochet. They like them more as a tag team than the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's like no disrespect, but it's not the most important match of the card.
Yeah, I was surprised when they announced that, just because, like, you know, they already have a so stacked card. It's gonna be a good match, I know that, but it's not gonna be the best match.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
So there's this, and this.
Let's go with that one.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. Your boy, and also my boy. Okay, he's in my top as well. None other than Seth freaking Rollins taking on Logan Paul, singles match. It's been 26 minutes, and I know we could do another 26 minutes just talking about Seth.
We're talking about Seth Rollins, so you know it can be long.
So we'll try to keep it efficient. But I'll let you talk about Seth, and you know I could do a thing about Logan because I've seen a lot of his stuff as well.
Yeah. So, personally, I may be biased. Rollins needs the win.
I agree with you on that.
He's been having the year of his life. The crowd is so over with him. Just with the whoa, they are so over. Well, he's so over, and he just needs a WrestleMania win because the last time he won was for the Intercontinental Championship at Mania 35.
No.
Yes.
He won the IC title in Mania 34 and won the Universal Championship in Mania 35 against Lesnar.
I knew he won at 35, but I didn't remember it was... Right. So Universal Championship. Since then...
That's 4 years ago, huh?
Exactly. Just since then, 4 years in a row he's lost. He lost against Kevin Owens. He's lost against Cesaro. He's lost... Well, no, not 4 years in a row. 3 years in a row. He's lost against Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and...
Cody Rhodes.
He needs a win. He's... Since a long time, he's been the guy. I feel like it's weird to say that, but he's underrated.
Yeah.
Because they're not pushing him anytime. And, they're pushing Roman, they're pushing Cody, but Rollins has always been staying in the mid-card for, some years now. And so I really think they need to pull the trigger and have Rollins win against Logan. No disrespect to Logan, he's having great matches at Clash of the Castle with... it wasn't Clash of the Castle,
no.
It was...
Crown Jewel
against Roman Reigns. It was an amazing match, and he has my respect as a wrestler, but they need to give Rollins the win.
Mm-hmm. And talking about Logan, okay, and I'm on this side. I do think Rollins needs a win, but for some people, the same thing with Dominic. Some people doubting Logan. Of course, he's still beginning, but so far his matches, they've all been really great.
Yeah, surprisingly.
And I've seen his whole I follow a lot of his stuff, and I've seen his whole build up and blah blah blah. And just, he's been talking, he was training with Shawn Michaels, and Michaels praised him was he's impressive, he's doing great, blah, blah, blah. And recently, in his own podcast, which is called Impulsive, he had Cody Rhodes as a guest.
Yeah.
I'm not done watching it yet, but Cody...
I saw only highlights of it.
Yeah. Cody talked about the Royal Rumble, and said, okay, I'm talking, as Cody, and he said, I was watching you, Logan, and you were just so calm. You were going to go in front of a crowd of 40,000 people, and you were just so calm there, just running around, practicing your moves, blah, blah, blah. So he's already in the mindset of a pro wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, of course, you compare it to Seth freaking Rollins, who is one of the top wrestlers in the world. Cody said it in the podcast as well. He considers Seth Rollins to be, top 3 wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
So, sorry. And yeah, Seth definitely needs a win, and they need to pull the trigger on him and do something big. And especially, that's also a chat for the next video, so for tomorrow for you guys. But they might be splitting the championships.
They need to.
So if you split them, okay, let's say, Cody wins one, and, the other one is vacated or whatever, give the other one to Seth. He's going to carry your show for the entire year. Yeah. The crowd's going to love it, and he deserves it, because his last... world title run was with the Universal Championship in 2019.
And it ended absolutely horrible.
Not talking about that.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah. I was pissed off, and for me, that doesn't exist.
So Seth Rollins singing his theme song in front of 100,000 people
Yeah, for
as
me,
he's winning the match.
Seth Rollins wins it, and I just have to do a little quick thing about that.
Yeah.
Rollins' Elimination Chamber,
Yeah.
it was so loud, and it just would never end.
Yeah.
I don't know if they aired the entire, because I know they did censor a bunch of what we were singing, because
Yeah.
at some point we were saying a lot of FU Roman, a lot of FU Dominic.
Yeah, Montreal is
We were a little bit into it, but I don't know if they censored it. So I
Yeah.
don't know if they censored a little
Some
bit
of
of Rollins. But during the match, every time that Rollins was like the upper man, that's the only thing you would hear. Seth Rollins' theme song was always playing, and that's because of us.
But also, Montreal is a big fan of Seth Rollins in general.
Yeah, that is very true. In 2019, when he just won at the Superstar Shakeup, I was there when AJ Styles came in the 6-man tag, and literally everyone was for Rollins. AJ Styles just came out, like he went from SmackDown to Raw. Everyone was still going for Rollins, and I just feel like Montreal loves Rollins.
Well, it's the same for the rest of the world, you know. Yeah. Of course, maybe stronger in Montreal, but there's just like this universal love for Rollins that has developed, and he's acting almost like a heel, you know.
Yeah.
Like recently, he's going more towards face because of Logan Paul, but he did some stuff as a heel, and people were like, "I don't care, I love him."
Not just because of Logan, also because of Theory.
Yeah, as well.
Because he did start to turn to like more face, but he hadn't done like an actual face turn.
It's because he was facing heels.
Character. Yeah, but because he still has the same character, but now he does like crowd interaction, so you know he's a face, but he's still the drip
He can
god.
still attack you from the back.
Exactly. So he's still the drip god. He's still the manipulator. He's still like the visionary. He's still Seth freaking Rollins that would just be. But now he's a good.
So Rollins beats Logan Paul?
Yeah.
All right, lock it in.
Gotta go with my boy. Even if I wouldn't believe him, I gotta go with him.
So 2 left? Yeah. The last 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta go with number 6 now.
Yeah. So, next up, a singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship as Charlotte Flair defends the championship against the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna start again. I'm personally...
You probably have a lot more to say than me.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Rhea Ripley. Just the Judgment Day in general. Okay, when we'll be talking about Finn, I'll be talking a lot because I love that man. But the Judgment Day, like when they started out, like as soon as like Edge dropped out and they turned like Finn Balor as the leader, people were like, it's weird a little. When Dominic got in, but then the consistency, of them being there every week, and like they're not just a group doing everything as a group, you know. Finn had his singles matches. Damon Priest was in an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
Dominic, the whole thing with his dad, and had some other matches. They competed for the tag titles as well. Rhea Ripley was in the Women's War Games. Then she won the Royal Rumble. Then she's now challenging at WrestleMania. Judgment Day as a whole, they grew together. Like we talk about how Dominic Mysterio grew as a heel overall, and like a wrestler, blah blah blah. But it's the same thing for the rest of the group. So here it applies to Rhea Ripley. There's this whole like history thing they're going because at WrestleMania 36, Charlotte Flair defeated Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
At that time, it was for the NXT Women's Championship.
Very bad decision by the way, because why?
Yeah. Now it's for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's in front of a crowd, blah, blah, blah. And they've both grown. Yeah. I've never been like a supporter of Charlotte Flair. I have a ton of respect for her. She is... No, but like, as a wrestler.
She's a great wrestler.
She's very good at the ring. She's like a 14-time women's champion. She's been there for like 5 years, man.
Which is one of the reasons why I don't like her. Is because she's way too overpushed.
It's the Roman Reigns syndrome.
Yeah, but way worse. Yeah. Like, Roman Reigns, I think he has 5 or 6 world titles.
No, but I talk like Roman Reigns, like, 2015. When they put him everywhere.
That was something, yeah.
It's like the same vibe.
Like, they're doing that with Charlotte. Like, okay, yes, she is a superstar. Like, she's very known, but when you have like Becky Lynch, you had Sasha Banks, Bayley,
Asuka,
now you have a lot of more people that you're pushing. Like Asuka, you have Dakota, you have Io, like Rhea, and they just still kept on going with Charlotte. Like when Charlotte just came back and won right away the women's championship.
Yeah,
that's when I was pissed.
We were together.
Yeah,
we were together that night. Yeah. I just opened my phone. First thing I saw on Instagram, it's a photo of Charlotte with the title, and I show him, and he's like, and I'm like,
I like it wasn't exactly this. There was a lot of bad words that we cannot say.
YouTube.
Listen,
Monetize.
I was just so mad, and like, still, yeah, of course she can like bring a title very prestigious, but
Yeah.
I just am tired of seeing
Yeah.
that, and like, I don't know, 14 times in 5 years is way too much.
Well, a bit more, but like
2016, I think, right?
yeah. So yeah,
Like
7 years.
But still, 14 times in 7 years, when there's
It's
she had a
It's
lot of
twice a
breaks,
year. Yeah.
but she had a lot of breaks. Like
Yeah, as well.
she went on a hiatus right after Mania, I think last
she
year.
did like 6 months, 9 months.
Exactly. So like, it's 7 years, but really it's more like 6 or 5.
Yeah.
14 times is way too much.
I don't even know why we're talking about that because I think we both agree and everybody agrees, and it should be that thing.
And if you don't agree, it's fine.
Yeah.
But still, that's what we think.
Just specifying, we believe that Rhea Ripley should defeat Charlotte Flair. First of all, because Charlotte Flair, it's been seen and re-seen.
Yeah.
She's great as always, but like we need
And
something
also,
fresh.
it's the time for Rhea to get her revenge.
Yeah.
Because 36, Charlotte win, and really, Rhea should have won.
It's payback time.
Exactly. Now Rhea can finally have her moment, her Mania moment, by not only bringing Rhea as a new, real big superstar, but also bring Judgment Day. Because if you have Rhea win, Dominic win,
it just elevates. And Finn.
Exactly. And I personally think Finn should win too.
Yeah.
So if all three wins their respective matches, Judgment Day is going to the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be amazing for them.
And if they split the tag titles as well,
yeah.
Well, you always have the possibility of giving the tag titles to like Dominic and Damon Priest.
Yeah.
And then Finn goes for the US title or the world title.
Yeah,
even.
Exactly.
Or Money in the Bank or King of the Ring. Yeah. Whatever. It's WWE.
Have Finn be the leader that he needs to be a leader. Yes.
Give him everything. I love Finn. I told you guys.
The women's championship.
Everything. I don't care. If you can give it to him, you give it to him. I don't care.
You're the women's champion. Calm down.
Yeah. If you saw my recent video, I'm the Raw women's champion. So Rhea Ripley defeats Charlotte Flair.
It should be a good match.
Yeah.
But then
honestly.
again, it's not gonna be my favorite just because Charlotte.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great technical match though. I think that's going to be interesting. They're both like technical wrestlers.
Oh yeah, that's totally true. Yeah. Like they have a good chemistry together. I personally didn't enjoy very much of the WrestleMania 36 match.
I don't remember much of it, honestly.
Well, it's also because there was no crowd. It's such a
weird.
weird.
The whole quality just
Like it's so hard to rewatch that WrestleMania and be like, oh, that was amazing.
The only great match I remember for Mania 36 overall was Seth and Owens.
That was an amazing match, yeah. But the problem with that is,
and the Boneyard was pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Given the conditions, it was great.
Yeah, that one was an amazing match. Although, one of the problems I saw with Rollins vs. KO is they technically ended in a DQ. And then they brought it back.
Oh, yeah, that.
So, like, at least they brought back the match, but at that moment, it was just like, meh.
Yeah. So, final prediction, Rhea Ripley defeats Charlotte Flair to win the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes.
Final match. It's only been 40 minutes. Like, we're fine. So, it's the Usos, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Be the ones. Defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, normal tag team match, and of course, the Usos are the champions. I think we could actually, once again, both advocate for a team, or...
You know which team I'm going with, and I know which team you're going with.
Nah, not necessarily. I might be going with the same with you. Okay, give your prediction, and I'm gonna go after.
Okay. I'm personally going with Kevin and Sami. First of all, Montreal guys.
Yeah.
So, but also just because right now they've been amazing. Sami Zayn, oh my god, what a storyteller.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This man, in about 8 months, became the most over wrestler in the entire world.
All companies around, it was Sami Zayn. He's never been world champion, never won Royal Rumble, never did anything.
And just
trending.
One simple group, he was the guy in every company.
One chair shot to the back.
Exactly.
Oh, well, same for Seth.
Seth, that was exactly the same. But that was just so amazing what he did at Royal Rumble. And the thing with this match is that we need to go back so many months ago. Yeah. And just the second that Sami Zayn just knocked on Roman Reigns' door,
yeah,
for no reason, And then we're back to WrestleMania. Could be the main event of
It's probably going to
WrestleMania
be.
Night 1. It should be
Yeah.
the main event just because the story, the match, everything amazing.
And a tag team match is the main event, honestly. It's
That would
probably
be
been
amazing.
done, but I don't even know.
I don't think they did, no, because
It would be a first.
Exactly, because the thing is, if this match doesn't main event, we already know that the main event match isn't going to be as great as this. Even well, maybe Theory versus Cena would work.
Yeah.
But the fans will not accept it, because even if it's Theory and Cena, it is still not going to be the same as Usos versus KO and Sami, because the storyline since the beginning it was just A tier. Like it was amazing, and I've been saying amazing a lot, but that's just because that's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Like you can't have this be like the opener. Because then all the other matches are gonna suffer from it.
No, and it's gonna be the match with the most like crowd like implication interaction,
reacting at every moves they do.
So if they do it for the first match, for the rest of the matches they're gonna interact, but not as much because they'll be like, first of all, they'll be drained, and they're like, it's not as big as the other match.
Exactly. So you need that one to be the main event. Because if let's say the main event, well, not the main event, but the sixth match, just because that one is the seventh one, is the sixth match is like meh, that match is gonna bring back all the fans because. Just even if the match isn't living up to the stakes, just the storyline is enough to have the fans be so invested.
Just for the story itself.
Exactly, and I just feel like this is the time where Sami Zayn needs to have his main event.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he couldn't be in the world title picture, but he's been having such an amazing last few months that he needs to main event at least one of the nights
and get a moment.
Exactly, and that should be his moment. And I love the Usos, but it's their time to lose the tag champ, to separate them, and if they don't separate them, just put them as one tag champ.
At least
two. And it's also time for KO and Sami to finally win the tag titles together.
Yeah. All right. If you know me a little, you know I love the Usos.
I mean, it's in your name.
Yeah, Us. It's literally it. Ever since they turned heel, because when they were face, I liked them, but not as much. But ever since they turned heel, I just clicked with the characters and I love them and all.
It would be amazing if they brought back the face paint.
It would be fun, honestly.
For Mania, they just bring back the face paint, the dance.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
And also, like, the video that made my channel is their entrance. Like, the evolution of their entrance. Like, I cannot not like them. It's like...
It needs to be.
Yeah.
You need to like them.
And just the whole bloodline story. And once again, I could do a whole video about that, talking 5 hours, and I'd still have stuff to say. But the whole story, starting with Reigns, then with Jay, the whole rivalry, the great matches, then Jimmy getting in, Solo, Sammy, blah, blah, blah. It's a simple group. It's a group of guys that ultimately are family, and they brought in a random guy from Montreal. Yeah. Like, when you talk about it that way, you're like, it's nothing.
But that's exactly what happened.
Everything that they've built, that they've done, just Roman Reigns himself being the final boss, representing the image of the final boss.
Yeah.
The Usos being this unstoppable duo that you don't understand how they work so well together. Solo Sikoa being Solo Sikoa. I don't have anything to say about him. Just like that big brute force that is also a future of the company.
Yeah.
And just you bring Sami Zayn that brought first of all that comedy side. That was extremely fun.
Oh man, every time that he would break them.
Yeah.
Jay was just not able to do anything.
Yeah,
he was supposed to hate the man, but he was always laughing.
When you can make the whole bloodline laugh, you've done something right, you know?
He's very much feeling oozy lately, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, clearly. But yeah, so overall, they're incredible. And, you know, I love the Usos always. Every time they had a match at WrestleMania, every time they retained their titles or they won or whatever, I would scream. My dad would be like, shut up, your mom is sleeping. I'm like, I don't care, it's the Usos, okay? Yeah.
They're the ones.
Same thing with Seth and Reigns and blah, blah, blah. Those wrestlers that I support. But I do agree here. As much as I love the Usos, and I wouldn't mind having them as champions again. But like, it's the time to switch, have something new, have something fresh.
Yeah.
And the crowd is behind Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And like, both of them have never been tag team champions.
Yeah, and
It would make Kevin Owens like a Grand Slam champion as well.
exactly, because he won every title,
Yeah.
but not the tag team. And
And
the
same
second
for
he
Zayn.
wins the, well, Sammy didn't win, except the Intercontinental.
No, but I mean like it would be his first time winning tag titles.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is true. And the fact that they went together
Yeah.
would probably mean a lot to them too.
Yeah.
Because like they've been best friends for a while now, and like it's not just in camera; it's actually that's what it is. Like
They
they're
grew up.
both from Montreal, trying to make it, and then what they made it all at the same
Like
time.
us, bro.
What?
Like us. Yo. Sorry. You'll see us on your screen soon.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if there is much to say about that match. It's
There's
going
a
to be
lot to say about that match, but
yeah.
there's so much to say that we just can't say all of this.
But overall, okay, try to bring a conclusion to this. It's gonna be a very entertaining match. There are I don't think it's gonna happen, but there were many speculations of Jey Uso maybe still being on Sami Zayn's side, because again, that's a big theory. You know, the like big theories that never happen. You know.
I really hope you're talking about the theory I've seen like Monday, but go ahead.
You know, before Jay turned on Sammy,
yeah,
he whispered in his ear.
That's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what I saw.
Okay, I'll explain to you guys. Okay, before Jay actually turned on Sammy and decided to, side with his brother, he whispered in Sammy's ear. You know, like for like a 5 second or something. There are theories. What did he say to him? You know, some people say there would have been an entire plan of how it would work, how they would like destroy the bloodline, take it all down, blah blah blah. And then on the SmackDown after, Jay talked to Paul. You know, they like met up for the first time ever since like the Royal Rumble, and Paul whispered something in Jay's ear. You know, so of course like chances of this happening are 5%. But what if it's that 5%?
But there's also one thing that could be a total botch, and we're just reaching.
Chances are.
But on the SmackDown right after, Sami Zayn attacked Jey Uso. He missed all of his punches, and that could be a complete botch, and just be like, he's in the heat of the moment, punching, waiting for Jamie to get him. But if it's not a botch, Triple H, you are a genius.
Yeah, if that's boy.
Because he was missing all of his punches, and he was just going like, and it just was. It was the first thing you would see, but it was right after Jay whispered. So like, if all of this is real, and then like, at the end of the day, it's actually the bloodline, just the entire bloodline turning on Roman. That would be a freaking feel-good moment, first of all, because everyone would just be like taking out the guy in WWE right now, and it'd just be amazing because the storytelling, like even if it doesn't happen, just the storytelling to get there.
And to like really bring a conclusion to all of this, I've seen a lot of people talking about it and news reports and blah blah blah, and as a massive fan of the bloodline, I'd go with that. You have this whole thing, okay? Even if that theory is not true, you have the whole bloodline turn on Roman, and you end it, SummerSlam, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso.
Yes.
The way it all started.
Yeah.
You just end it, one final match. Maybe finally Jey wins, or whatever they decide to do. But at least you end it there. It's the end of the bloodline. It was an incredible 3 years. It would have been pretty much 3 years. They dominated everything. Everybody loved them. They sold all the merch they could sell. And you ended the way it started, and blood forever.
The thing is, if they do that towards SummerSlam, they really need to put Jay as an actual threat and an actual like single competitor, because we all know Roman is going on a break.
Yeah.
And that's if he loses. But if he does, he's going on a break, and he's going to come back towards SummerSlam. If he does that, Jay will have he's gonna have everything on his the pressure on his shoulders to keep the bloodline rivalry.
Get on his level.
Exactly, he needs to keep all of the momentum, and keep it as high as it can. And that way, when Roman comes back, the bloodline rivalry isn't like down here. It's still very high up. And the second Roman is back, everything just comes back, and Roman versus Jay is gonna be the match at SummerSlam.
What stuff was like. it's Roman Reigns. Like I just said it, he is like the final boss.
Exactly.
He beat Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan. Technically lost to Seth, but we could do a video on that as well.
He did lose to Seth, and people are acting as if he didn't. I'm tired of pretending I don't know that.
Tired of pretending. But yeah, so it would just be like an incredible conclusion to the whole story.
Yeah.
So final prediction.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I'm going with the same thing. So we're all the same predictions, other than that one match that doesn't matter. Great. I like it.
We are either very good or very bad. We're going to be seeing that tomorrow. In exactly 24 hours.
Yeah. We're in April. Oh. We're in April, people. Happy April Fools.
Your computer is trying to say that it's time to end it.
Yeah. After only 51 minutes, like I mean.
That's so not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick outro. Also, I want to remind you guys, this episode is also available on Spotify. If I could upload it all, I don't know.
Eilish Talks.
Eilish Chats.
Chats. Right. That's what I
think.
said.
Bro, it's my own podcast. I don't even know. No, it's Eilish Chats.
Is that Eilish Chats?
Yeah.
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 I watched your video.
No, it's Eilish Talks. I don't know.
Let's see.
It's Eilish Talks. It's Eilish Talks.
You sure?
Talks. Yeah.
Okay, it's Eilish Talks. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, but maybe it'll be available on Spotify. The link will be in the description. Rendezvous tomorrow, same time, same place on my channel.
Some French.
For the predictions for night 2, where there will be one last match, but don't worry, it'll be as long as this video. Don't worry. So if you enjoyed, as always, make sure to like the video. Drop your comments. What are your thoughts, your predictions? What do you think? Do you agree with us, or are we just complete morons? Maybe we are.
We are.
And subscribe, click the little bell so you get notified whenever I can upload a new video like this one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy WrestleMania. Bye.